Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to see, man, 2 or 3 things here that the F1000 is already up on the lift. You're going to watch everything now, but what I really want to show you today, man, is only going to show up at the end of the video, okay? Right there, look. You guys have no idea what this thing is. Once again, welcome to our channel, the Gurus' channel, right here. You saw last week that we started this project here, right? And we had some ideas, but we might end up changing things, right? Yeah, man, we changed a few details, okay? We stuck around here. The 2 of us have been here since Friday, Saturday, working on the project since we didn't make any drawings or anything, right? Anyway, now we have them. But it was to figure out what wheel and tire setup we were going to use. More about the tires than the wheels. And we were unsure whether to make a lower car or a higher one. So right here, man, we're already gonna answer half of that question. We split the tires, man. It wasn't exactly what we wanted. We found this set of Yokohama tires right next to the shop here. We kept the tires and we've already mounted them, okay? So the idea now is to make a car that's not too tall, but with these tires, so it actually looks like a real pickup truck. So we're going to use this set here, okay? A set of 15 Ms8 wheels. The Yokohama 33 by 12.5 rim 15. That's why it has these big tires, right? So now here are all 4. Look, come over here and take a look. So now we're going to mount them on the pickup, right? So this project we mentioned is actually a pretty quick one, right? I was the one who painted these stripes here. I painted them myself. So I need to make some corrections here. So wherever you see these stripes, it's because we're going to fix a little detail. I've already marked it to take care of the paint touch-ups that are needed. And now we're going to put the tires on. So man, now's the moment when the car will show us what it's got. So if we need to raise the front a bit and lower the rear, we'll see all of that now. And here, this is a set from Scott. There's already a review of these wheels on the channel. Both sets arrived together, both the Scott and the Ford line, from the F100 Godzilla supercharger. So this set had been stored for a while, waiting for the arrival of the tires. So it's the same tire setup that we use on the Godzilla supercharger. We have it on the F100 Coyote. A set of wheels that's a bit different from what we had there, since that one is a bit more performance oriented, both in construction and looks. Here we have a more classic vibe. Forged 2-piece 20-inch wheels in the rear, 19 in the front. We're always going to use these sizes on the F100. The same set of tires, so it's a Michelin Cup 2R. 285 35.19 in the front, 335 30.20 in the rear. So it's got a bit more of a classic vibe, bringing in the polished look with the classic design from the Ford GT40 and GT. Anyway, so these wheels are here because we took them off the truck today to go get some real tires. These wheels here aren't from the F1000, so let's get to work, guys, because this video has a lot to show you. So just imagine how stuck this thing is. Man, the wiring didn't come off. I had to grab this here. It's been put together like this for so long, I don't even know. This thing is not easy. And after all this, we're still going to have to go over this car. It came to us with a problem, but it's not really a problem, right? It's just a little assembly detail. But this car has adjustment at the end of the steering rod, right? So it's the steering box. This rod here is all one piece. It goes to one side with an adjustment here, and the other rod comes out from the middle of this rod and goes to the other side, also with an adjustment. So it's 2 rods crossing each other like this, right? It comes out from the whole steering box all the way over there, and it has adjustment on both ends. And here they simply assembled it and forgot to check that adjustment. So to one side it turns a lot, and to the other side it doesn't turn at all. At all. That's something we're going to take apart later when we work on the suspension, right? We'll probably have to do a front lift on this car. So at this stage, when we do the lift, we're going to go over the entire suspension and replace everything that needs to be replaced. That way the car will be just the way it should be, because we're also going to replace the nuts, right? Because look, here's a nut that's not bad, see? The threads are actually in pretty good shape. But man, it's $300 makes a difference once the car is finished. So we replace them and keep this type of nut here for a car that we're using, or for a project that's simpler than this one, we use these old nuts here, right? And then we replace all of them on the other project. And honestly, when this truck first arrived here, we thought these wheels looked weird. And now that we've painted them, these wheels don't look bad on this car, man. Of course, they don't compare to the new ones, but they're not ugly. Let's just put on 3 and wait. Leave the others there for us to replace. Look here, check this out. So here we'll have to raise it, I think about 2 inches or so to make it look good, right? And then we'll already make an adjustment to the bumper, because even so, after the car is running, this suspension, it flexes, right? One over the other. So the wheel will always work at an angle like this, tilted, right? It will always tilt. And then when it tilts, it might hit here. So we're going to trim a little bit off the bumper here since it won't be used anyway. There's a little bracket there that we don't use here, right? So we're going to make a small adjustment there. Afterwards, we'll show you the other side. On the other side, since I was the one who painted the car here, right? We have our booth over there, but it's not a professional paint booth. So it gets dirty. There's always some little detail that goes wrong. Strangely enough, this side here has almost nothing. But what this side doesn't have, the other side had plenty of. We talked to the folks at Golden, so they came here and took a look. We're going to be able to fix those details with polishing. So everything's going to work out with the paint. We'll be able to save it. Let me find it here. Another thing, as you saw in the previous video, is how intact the structure of this car is, right? We've already worked on everything here, right? The shop it's been 8 years this year, hasn't it? In August now, 8 years. We've seen it all, man, and it's rare for us to see a car, even a newer one like this, which is a 97. It's really hard to find a car in this condition, right? Because it's a work vehicle, right? It really is a very solid car, structurally, really nice. And now, check out a detail we're going to work on. Most people, I think it looks cool too, but we're going to keep this part white. We're not going to use a big plate, right? We're going to keep this part white, and we'll put the little Ford emblem here. This one's just paper. We just put it there to visualize. We're going to keep it as an F1000, so we'll use the original F1000 emblem, which is on the mudguard here at the back, right? And here, look. This is the part we talked about fixing. So everything here in the middle is where there's some detail that needs to be fixed. So we're going to do a general overhaul on this part here. Here we'll put an emblem just like the one on the back, the F1000 fitted in. And we're going to use a sticker here with 3 stripes. Later we'll show you with the stripes here so we don't use the chrome trim. Since it's a relatively newer car, chrome trim I think it overdoes the detailing a bit, right? And it makes the thing look a bit tacky. A bit too flashy, so I think we should hold back a little before going all the way, you know? That's how it works, so we're gonna put on the sticker. Here, we'll make it as clean as possible. The rear taillight here has an orange part. We're going to try to make it a bit more red to match the top part, which is all red, right? And for the bumper, we managed to get one just like the original, only it's chrome. So we're waiting for Zeta over there to respond. They're the folks from Timeless, right? We made a chassis for them back at the very beginning of the channel. You'll see there are 2 F150 Bronco chassis and a Run Charger chassis. Anyway, there are 2 or 3 cars that we did lifts for them, built chassis, so we reached out to them. They have a lot of parts for this here. Nowadays, most of their cars are imported, right? They don't have any domestic cars, and they have some leftover parts there that they end up replacing with new ones. So he managed to get us a rear bumper, chrome. As soon as he finds it, he'll send a photo, and if it works out, we're going to use a chrome American bumper here, which I believe isn't much different from what we already have there, original. So for Milona, for now, I think that's it. We're going to make the adjustments now, which is a bit of a hassle, putting it on the lift, taking it apart. This part of the bumper here too, making the adjustment, right? We're going to go ahead and do this part of the paint correction so the guys can come and polish it. After that, man, we're going to do the interior of this car, right? Man, when people talk about doing the interior, for me, it even makes me feel a bit interior, paint, electrical work, man. If you're working on a car, if you have a shop, you'll see that you go through the same things we go through here. Finding a good professional is tough, man. It's tough. Even we have a video about it on the channel, but it didn't work out. Yeah, it didn't work out. It's not easy. Things come up, but you get up and go again, right? We got a ton of things we're gonna have to do. So for the interior of this car too, the idea is to make it as clean as possible. So we're going to remove the seats, remove the headrests. Maybe we'll paint the dashboard blue. Also make the whole interior blue. Change some details on the seats and such. Put in new carpeting throughout. Anyway, we're going to change a few details, especially on the doors, which is kind of a tricky thing with this car model. With the new tires now, the car looks bigger, right? Man, you can clearly see the before and after on this car with these tires. It changed a lot, right? So I think that's it for the F Malona. We're going to make these adjustments. Later, we'll bring you an update on it. Guys, let me show you something that arrived here today. Look, check this out. It's crazy, man. Afterwards, we'll close the hood. I'll leave it like this because the guys don't know how to handle this thing here. But look, what is this, man? This here is a 1976 Ford Transit. Look how crazy this is, man. Check out how cool this is, man. This car, even people from around here have seen it listed for sale. It was up for sale here for a while. Man, for those who like to party, I just didn't go for it because the guys were broke, you know? The guys didn't have any money. Otherwise, man, just imagine this thing. What an awesome ride, man. I'll show you the inside. Today, it's got a 4-cylinder Opala engine, right? But it had 2 or 3 different types of engines before. There was even kerosene. Let me close here. Look at this awesome thing, man. Big van. The heart even looks like a VW Beetle. Very well spaced, right? Look how crazy it is inside, man. It looks like a truck dashboard. Look at the steering wheel. So Ford, lots of wood inside, right? The windshield was acrylic because no glass was found. And today we even recommended someone to him to open it up. And it's very well preserved. Man, what a thing. What a cool project, dude. What a car, so different from what we're used to seeing, right? A 76 Transit. This front end here, man, look how crazy it is. And look, just the hood, it's spaced out, see? Look at that, man. Check out how cool that is. It has 2 doors on this side and only 1 on that side. Just to share a fun fact with you guys, but it's a really cool thing, man. Really different. And probably one of the only ones in Brazil. There you go. We don't have another one. A cool detail about this car, man. It was the Vatican that brought it to Brazil, and they say there are rumors that even the Pope rode in it, right? Who knows when that was, but it was a car that the Vatican brought over. What an awesome thing, man. And the guys already wanting to put in a big engine and all that stuff, right? That's it, man. Let's go then. A fun fact for you guys. Ford Transit 76. Yeah, guys. Take a look at what just arrived for us. This one is a Pontiac Firebird, okay? 1967 V8 400. It's a car it came here for us to take care of a few details. This car has already been to the shop before. And in the meantime, some sad things happened to it, man. That's something that in this kind of project, like this car, which is practically one of a kind, it really bothers me, you know? I'll show you guys, man. Nothing that's unfixable, but it's stuff that bothers me. We take a lot of care. We really value things here. Given the level of the project where it's at, the finish of the parts and all that. Anyway, I'll explain a bit about what we're going to do. In the next video, we'll show you everything in detail. So here it is, man. Check out the big Pontiac. It's a really awesome car. Pretty rare in Brazil, okay? Really rare, even in Brazil. It's a very beautiful car, man. This blue here is a really cool blue. It's a car put together in a way that I personally like a lot. With big tires in the back, a cool wheel in the front. No fuss at all. It's got a front lip here. This car at some point in its life after South Custom, it went through some stuff. Not a crash, right? But the car did get a big scrape on one of the sides. And also something happened to the hood. So when the client got here, we mentioned it to him and he said he actually didn't know about the paintwork, right? Anyway, when I saw the car, man, it's the kind of thing that gets you a bit discouraged, you know? And then the client brought it here because these are things that at first we wouldn't really do because they're small details like hubcaps, the emblem on the hood, and so on. But for this client, we're going to do it, right? So the car arrived and had been reworked in a way that doesn't match the level of the project, you know? That's due to a lack of skilled labor. Everyone in Brazil is feeling this right now, especially in our field, man. We're really short on skilled labor, you know? It's tough, man. A professional with good skills just can't take on more work anymore. So, man, it's getting complicated for us, you know? And then a car like this, when it needs this kind of service, ends up coming here. In hands that, well, not exactly the wrong hands, but maybe at the wrong time, you know? Anyway, and now the car's here. It came back to us so we could take care of these details. I'll show you here as well. This was a part we created in 3D. It's that little piece, the little wheel piece. We couldn't find it abroad. We created this one in 3D. And we're going to be installing it along with the emblem and a few more details. So, man, it's a really cool car. I'll tell you, I think it's a car with a really awesome finish. The design of the car is really awesome. The car has a subtle badass vibe, you know? It's not that over-the-top, exaggerated thing. It's a small car. It really reminds me of the Camaro from the same era here. And that's it, guys. That's it. The rear of it with the spoiler is just awesome. In the next episode, you'll see what we're going to do. On the car, the details, we'll do a specific shoot of it, right? If you guys have any tips or anything you'd like to see with this car, a video of it running or any detail, just let us know in the comments and we'll bring it to you in the next video, okay? This car is going to stay here for a few days since we already have the chassis from Marta Roda Preta. In the next video, we'll be assembling the chassis for the Rural, still waiting for the bodywork. Here's our C14 in its final details, and here's Malona already up on the lift. We installed a 3-inch lift kit on it. So now we're going to finish up the kit, complete the installation and all that. Next week it'll get polished, and then the car moves on to the next step, which is working on the interior. And that's it, guys. Let's go.